Good morning, students. So today we are going to start with third portion of our fourth unit, and in this we are going to discuss about atomic number, mass number, isotopes and isobars. Okay. So first of all, let us study about atomic number. So very first thing is that atomic number, it is denoted by a symbol Z. Okay. Now protons are present in the nucleus of an atom. It is the number of protons of an atom which determines its atomic number. It is denoted by Z. All atoms of an element have the same atomic number Z. In fact, elements are defined by the number of protons they possess. For hydrogen, Z value is 1 because in hydrogen atom only one proton is present in the nucleus. Similarly, for carbon, Z is equal to 6. Okay, now see what you have to remember. You have to remember, first of all, what is atomic number? Atomic number tells us about the number of protons present in an atom. Okay. Now, the atomic number is defined as the total number of protons present in the nucleus of the atom, and it is denoted by Z. So this much only you have to remember. Now let us go to mass number. Now see, after studying the properties of the subatomic particles of an atom, we can conclude that mass of an atom is practically due to protons and neutrons. This is just, we discussed that total mass of an atom is because of the mass of proton and neutron, and they are called nucleons. Okay, so the mass of an atom is because of the mass of nucleons. Okay, these are present in the nucleus of an atom and are called nucleons. Okay, this is what we discussed earlier. Now mass of an atom resides in its nucleus, where total mass of an atom is present in the nucleus. Outside there are electrons and their mass is very small, so that mass is neglected, that is not taken. We can say that total mass of the nucleus is the mass of atom. Okay, now for example, mass of carbon is 12 unified mass because it has 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Okay, similarly mass of aluminum is 27 U. It means 13 protons and 14 neutrons. So what is mass number now? Mass number is defined as the sum of the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. And what is the symbol of this? It is capital A. Okay, now see, for elements we should know what is the atomic number and what is the mass number. Once we know it, then how can we represent? Okay, now see, whatever is the symbol of element, that we will write, and at its parenthesis, at its foot, we will write the atomic number, and on its power we will write the mass number. Okay, so this is the symbol of element, this is mass number, and this is its atomic number. For example, if I have to write aluminium, symbolize, I have to symbolize aluminium, then what will I do? Al is the symbol of element, its atomic number is 13 and its mass number is 27. So this way I can write it. This is symbolic representation of aluminium, or this way also we can write aluminium 13 and here I can write 27. Okay, both way we can write either this way or this way. Okay, so this was about atomic number and mass number. Now one important property comes, isotopes. There are two things, one is isotope and another is isobar. Whatever we are going to say for isotopes, the opposite we are going to say for isobars. Okay, now let us discuss first isotopes. Okay, now in nature a number of atoms of some elements have been identified which have the same atomic number but different mass numbers. For example, let us take the case of hydrogen atom. If we talk about hydrogen atom, then it has three atomic species. First is H11, which is called protium. Another is H12, which is called deuterium, and third is tritium, which is H13. Okay, now if we compare these three, then atomic number of each one is 1 and the mass number is 1, 2, 3. So there are few more examples just like carbon. Carbon exists as C612 or C614. Chlorine exists as C1735, C1737. So what we can conclude from these examples? We can conclude that if an element can exist in two or more forms in which the atomic number is same but atomic mass is different, then all such species are known as isotopes. Okay, so we can define it again. Isotopes are the atoms of the same element. So first quality is they are the atoms of the same element. Then having the same atomic number. Second quality is they are having same atomic number. And third quality is but different mass numbers. Just like if we talk about carbon, then these are two species of the same element carbon. They are having same atomic number 6 and they are having different atomic mass as 12 and 14. Okay, so such species are called isotopes. Now if there is some element which exists in the form of isotopes, then how can we determine the average atomic mass? Okay, now see, many elements consist of a mixture of isotopes. Each isotope is a pure substance. The chemical properties of the isotopes are similar but their physical properties are different. So what is the relationship in these different forms of isotopes? The different forms of isotopes, they have similar chemical properties but they have different physical properties. Okay, now chlorine occurs in nature in two isotopic forms. One has mass 35 and other has mass 37, and their existence is in the ratio 3:1. 3:1 means that form which has 35 atomic mass, that exists 3 parts and 1 part exists 37 unified mass chlorine. So it means 75% is 35 unified mass chlorine and 25% is 37 unified mass chlorine. So in such case we have to calculate the average atomic mass. Then how can we calculate? See, we have to multiply the atomic mass with percentage. So 35 atomic mass has 75% and 37 atomic mass has 25%. So we will multiply these masses with their individual percentages and then we will add and then we will take the average value. So for chlorine it comes out to be 35 into 75% plus 37 into 25%. So it comes out to be 35.5 unified mass. So whenever we have to take, now see, 0.5 is not something which can be neglected. So it is taken and it is to be learnt that average atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. Okay. So next we come to fractional atomic mass. We are talking about the same thing. So what do we mean to what do we mean to say here by fractional atomic mass? Here we want to say that if we see the definition of atomic mass, then we have said that it is the sum of the protons and neutrons. Now when we are taking sum of protons and neutrons, then fraction should never come. Now why in some cases atomic mass is in fraction? Just like for chlorine we take 35.5. So if we are saying that it is the sum of proton and neutron, then from where this 0.5 comes? Okay, this is what we are going to discuss here. Okay, so what is the point? The point is that when a particular element exists in two or more forms, then what happens? Then on the basis of their percentage, abundance, we calculate the average atomic mass. And in case it is such that the portion after decimal is not very small or not very large, then that portion cannot be neglected. If it is very large, then next number is taken. If it is very less, then that can be neglected. But if it is such value which cannot permit us to take the next digit, or which cannot permit us to neglect, then we have to take it. Just like for chlorine, it comes out to be 0.5. 0.5 means 50%, so that much cannot be neglected. Okay, now fractional atomic mass is obtained because of calculation of average atomic mass. Okay, so this is what we mean to say here. Now, is there any application of isotopes? Yes, there are few isotopes which have very special properties, and because of that they are very much useful to us. Okay, just like if we take isotope of uranium, if we talk about isotope of uranium, then it is taken as a fuel in nuclear reactors. Okay, similarly, one isotope of cobalt, it is used in the treatment of cancer. Similarly, one isotope of iodine is used in the treatment of goiter. So in medical field there are so many uses of isotopes. Okay, now let us come to another property, that is isobars. Now whatever we said in case of isotopes, here we are going to say the opposite things. There what we said atoms of same element. Here we will say atoms of different elements. There we said having similar atomic number. Here we will say having different atomic number. There we said having same atomic mass. Here we will say having different atomic mass. Okay, no, there we said different atomic mass, so here we will say having similar atomic mass. So what is the definition of isobar? Isobars are the atoms of different elements with different atomic numbers but same atomic mass, or atomic mass is also known as mass number. Okay, now let us take this example. If we talk about calcium and argon, then atomic number of calcium is 20, atomic number of argon is 18, and if we talk about their masses, then calcium also has atomic mass of 40 and argon also has atomic mass of 40. So what we will say, these two species, which species? Calcium 2040 and argon 1840, these two are isobars. Calcium 2040 and argon 1840 are isobars. Okay, so this was all about this chapter. Now on the basis of whatever we have studied, you have to solve these home assignments. Okay, thank you.